Hello, thank you for tuning in yet for another edition of the Jongwe Talk, the show that gives you the best info of investment, business, and other ways of generating wealth in our country, Uganda. First of all, I hope you're safe. I hope you're masking up. We are living in very unprecedented times, and it all comes back to personal initiative, the way social distance, the way mask, or do we sanitize? Simple three things that can help us go through this period. On our previous edition, we opened up the pendulum box of investment, and we managed to talk about residential investments. So this week, as I said on that edition, that we are going to talk about commercial investments. What do we understand as commercial investments? How do we make them? How do we know that is the best investment commercially for us? So today we are going to dive into understanding it more. And if you have any questions, please don't shy. Contact us in any way we can help you. So, commercial investments. What are commercial investments? Usually these are investments that are aimed at providing an immediate or a long-term profit. These are investments that are supposed to bring in income as soon as purchased or as soon as developed. So what are those factors that you consider when you're taking up such investments? It's very important for you to know that you just can't be deceived by, brokers who bring people by telling you it's a commercial investment. This can, bring for you income and all that. How do we establish that actually this property will be a good fit for a commercial investment? Number one, accessibility. Accessibility or visibility. Now, for example, if you're doing an investment on, let's say, rentals, you have to be strategic on where you're buying the plot from or on where you're buying the rentals from. Areas that have huge traffic of people, areas that usually collect a very large sums of people. These are areas that are usually in town settings. So when you're buying such an investment, consider the accessibility. How easily can, for example, a tenant access this area? If they are using, let's say, public transport, how far is it from tarmac for them to access the taxis or the borders or the buses? So it's very important for you to get an accessible place. Number two, look at the price at which you're purchasing the property from. The property. Is it expensive? Does it make sense to you to buy a property of 500 million, yet it's going to bring for you 1 million shillings every month? So it's important to have a rationale of at least generating 1% or 1.5% of the purchase price of the property. So if you're buying, for example, rentals of, let's say, 500 million, you at least supposed to be collecting rent income of 5 million or more than 5 million. So it makes sense to consider the pricing of the property vis-a-vis the income that the property is bringing at the time. Of course, whoever will sell to you will tell you there is potential of the income going higher, but that shouldn't be your problem at the time. Your focus should be on how much the property is generating. Then you compare it to the price that the seller is selling to you. Then number three, social services. It's important for you to understand if you're getting a commercial property, there are some things that have to outstand. There are some factors socially that are supposed to be present. Number one, the road network. Is, for example, if you're getting a commercial property on the road for shops and all that, is it annexing a tarmac road? Is there a hospital nearby? Is there a school? I mean, all those tenants, the people who will be working in your mall, they will need at least to take their children to school. So when you're getting such a property, consider number one, the road network. Is it tarmacked? Two, schools, and water for them to use at the premises. So it's also very important to consider the fact that social services play a big factor in determining on how good your commercial property is. Then also resale value. I mean, you can't buy, for example, a very old house, a house that's about, let's say, or a structure that's about 60 years old, and you expect to sell it in future and make off a profit. No. Consider if you're to resell, will you actually recoup back your investment, or will it come with profits? So apart from it having a very good resale value, also you should consider, is the property collaterable? I mean, if I'm to bring my bankers, will they easily credit me with money with the property? So that comes back to still how old your property is and in what shape it's looking. And I mean, if you're to do renovations, do you need to put in a lot for it to be collaterable, for a bank to, give me money whenever I want? And lastly, when you get into commercial property, consider, for example, especially properties for developing, the labor in the area. How cost friendly is it? Or do you have to transport laborers from the village to come and do the construction? Because I mean, when you bring those people, you'll still be incurring a lot of cost. So places that are densely populated usually offer an advantage of having a bit cheap labor. So consider those areas. Thank you for tuning in for this week's show. I hope we have helped you understand more of how you can, get a commercial property and what are the qualities that you surely should consider while choosing or making a decision to purchase a commercial property. Please tune in next time as we will dive more into other investment areas that you can take advantage of to make wealth. And please remember, when you invest with Jomwe Properties, you have made the smart choice. Please stay safe, mask up, social distance, only move when you can. See you next time. God bless, and I wish you good luck.
For more information, contact us on the contacts on your screen or visit us at Ave Maria Building on Bahai Road, opposite Kampala Quality Primary School.